Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go! Hey! Hike! I was actually saying hike.
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we listen to all of their records. We rank them from worst to best. We give our biggest banger. In this case, we give a forgotten banger and the worst song on the album as well. We're only doing this because we've done these rankings for this particular band many, many times, and that band is Blink-182. We're in the start of good season right now on the podcast, so had to start out with Blink. Obviously, we're doing the new record one more time on the main episode, but we're going to be ranking all of Blink's records. From Buddha up through one more time. We're also going to throw in Dogs Eating Dogs EP because why not? While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars and 5 stars only. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. And if you didn't already know, my name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Like I said, to change it up a bit, we're gonna give our biggest banger, forgotten banger on the record, and the worst song. Even though Blink don't really, well, they do have some bad songs, but
They do have bad songs for sure.
They do. Yeah, they do. Anyway, so let's get right into it. We got 11 albums to get through. So what is the worst Blink release ever? Go.
You always don't say this one, but it should be easy money. It should be, this is their worst. It's California. California is their fucking worst album. It's not even fucking close. It really is not even close.
Buckle up, bud.
This is some dumb fucking half-assed Blink bullshit. No one is into this. Nobody gives a fuck. Mark can't really write. So now we got Feldy in there with his hands on every fucking writing credit on every single song. And the bonus songs. There's not one song on here that is just written by the 3 dudes.
That's true. No, you're right.
Not all the songs here are bad. There are a lot of fucking bangers in this album.
There's some absolute bangers on the album.
But dude, this album is pathetic. It's a sad attempt at recreating the golden years of Blink with dudes that are just out of touch with themselves. They don't even fucking know what they want as a band, as people in life. And I feel bad for Skeebs. The more I listen to this, and the more I'm excited that Blink is back. Man, dude, Skeebs just went from fronting a well-respected band, and give or take whatever you think about Alkaline Trio, they were well-respected.
Yeah,
to helping,
they still are. Yeah.
To joining a band and help essentially tarnish the Blink legacy, and he didn't have anything to do with any of it. None of this was his fucking decision. So people are hating
crazy,
Skeebs for things he can't control.
I know, and then once 9 came along, regardless of what you think of that album, that really made him look bad. That album, and he was just it kind of seemed like he was treated like shit by the band, and I don't know. It was the 9 era was weird for Skiba, and I feel that's where I really feel bad for him. But what, I don't know. I guess I'll get into that in a bit. But
California's the
really
worst, dude. It's their fucking worst. It's I think this is embarrassing. I think everybody here is just not doing a good job. I think everybody is phoning it in at best. I think Mark is not writing good songs. I think all his personal songwriting is just not good. It's just garbage. I think Travis is uninspired and boring. Mm-hmm. And Skeebs, it's not his fault, but come on. It's just silly.
I mean Skeebs was essentially a hired gun. I mean, that came to light a year after California came out, that they had established a new corporation, and Mark and Travis were the head of the corporation, and Skiba was he was considered a band member, but he didn't get the equal pay or the equal ownership of the brand that Skiba did.
And that's fine, right? That's who cares.
That's what it is. When bands are this big, it has to be treated like a corporation. It has to be treated like a business.
But don't pretend you're writing songs together when you're really not.
Yeah. Especially when you have Feldy's little grimy little fingers.
But I get why Feldman is there. I get why he's there, because dude, Mark has no idea what he wants at this point. And
he He's pretty disillusioned.
This is so fucking. This California is lost. This is a lost album. They're completely lost. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And Mark is at the helm here. Mark is the one directing everything, and he wants to do more, but he doesn't know how to do more without Tom. And this is what you get. You get California. You get a fucking not, dude. A fucking bad. This is a bad album. It's not cohesive in any way. It's dumb. There's good parts sprinkled in there. There's a couple bangers. There's some good parts, but overall, it's stupid.
Let's get into that. Your banger, forgotten banger, and worst song. What do you got?
So my banger, I still like Cynical. I think Cynical is a cool song, even with I still like Cynical a lot. I think it's a really cool song, and it's a good Blink song. It's a good Blink song for this era, and I don't mind it at all. Mm-hmm. My biggest, what else would we say?
Forgotten banger.
I did
great song
best, worst, forgotten. I did best, worst, forgotten. That's how I'm going to do it.
Best, worst, forgotten. Okay.
That's how I'm going to do it too. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Worst song, I mean, take your fucking pick, dude. Who cares? No, for real though. California, the title track is fucking atrocious.
The beige little boxes.
Bohemian Rhapsody's pretty dumb too, though.
Yeah. Sure.
I am not a fucking fan of that song, dude. Like that is.
Well, the joke songs are terrible on the album.
I think that one should have stopped at the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Just call it a day after that. But yeah, that is my forgotten song. Is the only thing that matters. This is This is such a good fucking song. This is a banger. It's a great, quick, like pop punk song. Skeebs and Mark get a verse. They sound different enough to where you can like differentiate between the two.
Yeah.
And like there's this little breakdown in there, and it's just fucking crazy catchy.
That halftime part, which is Matt's part too. Matt does the halftime part, which he works
Blink.
best in. Yeah.
But it's under 2 minutes, and it's just like, come on, man. Like this is the best. I think the only thing that matters is probably the best song that they did like as a team. Everything else is kind of like Mark has his part, Skeets has his part. That was like the best song they did together, and really sounded like a band. Sounded like Blink. Mm-hmm. But it's like the fucking third to the last song, and the two songs after it are just garbage. Dude, California, the song is garbage.
It's such a bad song.
Bohemian Rhapsody is pretty fucking garbage too.
Why would they end an album on a joke song?
I know.
You know, I mean, Toy Page did that, but that was only the deluxe version. You know.
Yeah.
But that's
yeah. So go ahead. Let's talk about how much you hate 9 because it's gonna be fucking wrong.
Yeah, my number 11 is 9. Their 9th record, because we're considering Buddha an album. 9 came out in 2019. Last was Skiba. This album. So you said like, you know, the band was totally lost during the California era, which, you know, I kind of agree with you on that. And on this record on 9, I feel like Travis was thinking, okay, now one of us has to step up. Clearly Mark's doing it. Matt's not allowed to. So I'm going to do it. So Travis has a lot more to do with the songwriting, where the songs go. So this is where he really has to step up because Mark hasn't done anything where he's been like in the forefront since Plus 44. I mean, we've talked about it extensively on the podcast, but after Plus 44, it seemed like he just lost all confidence. Even on Neighborhoods, I mean, his parts are great, but it's a Tom. That's
a Tom record for sure.
Yeah, it for sure is. So I mean, we haven't heard anything where Mark is in the forefront. Even I mean, we'll get into it on the album of the week, but even on this album of the week, the new album,
I'm fucking surprised at how much Tom has on this album.
Yeah, Tom has. I mean, you don't think about it when you're listening to it initially, but when you really start thinking about the songs and who's singing more, we'll get into that on the main episode. I'm not going to get to it right now. But 9, this is just, it's a weird, quirky, bad, like extremely bad record at times. Has some good pop elements to it. But it's too, you could tell it's too copy and paste. It's just too much. There's too much going on. It's disjointed. It's kind of gross. It's embarrassing at moments. I don't think it's a very good record. I feel like everybody was phoning it in except for Travis. Matt was completely checked out at this point, especially when you watch interviews. Dude, the guy barely fucking talked because he knew that like he was just a matter of time before he was out of the band, and it's a shame too. I mean, he really got the shit end of the deal when he joined Blink, and and that sucks. And I don't know if you've ever noticed this or if we've ever talked about it on the pod, but thinking back on it, and when Matt Skiba joined the band compared to when he left the band, or even during the 9 era, just going from 2016 to 2019, Matt Skiba looks like a completely different person.
Yeah.
Like he looks terrible. Like he was like fit and he was like a good looking guy during the California era. And then all of a sudden, dude, I don't know maybe it was like booze or drugs. I don't know.
Because he went from fucking like damn near slumming it with Alkaline Trio, like probably driving his own car to and from shows, to having like catered food going with Blink-182.
I mean, yeah, it's a huge jump. Getting your own signature guitar and all that kind of shit.
I know. Yeah. What the fuck is that even about?
Mm-hmm.
Silly boy talk.
But yeah, no, 9 is by far their worst record. I still like it. It does have some solid moments. I have it on vinyl. I paid like almost nothing for it. And that's really the reason why I have it. But there are some bangers. I mean, my biggest banger is Heaven. I really like that song. Dark Side, I think, is one of the catchiest songs on the record. That's a great song. That drum beat is awesome. The worst song, I got 2 worst songs on here.
Oh, boy. Blame It on My Youth. Mm-hmm. And I Really Wish I Hated You. Especially I Really Wish I Hated You. Oh, my God. That song is just, it's unbelievable that anybody thought it was acceptable to put this on a record or even record it. So, yeah, those 2 songs are horrendous. Okay.
My forgotten banger is Happy Days. Kind of forget about that one, but that's a solid banger right there. Solid banger.
That was one of the first ones they did when there was the Genius lyric thing too, right? Like the breakdown.
I think so. Yeah. But that's my number 11 is the album 9. So what do you got for 10?
Oh,
here we go.
God, dude, it's just
I'm already. This is so stupid.
No, my number 10 is 9. That's
okay.
Those 2 belong back to back. And 9, I do like 9. I do like 9 overall. There's nothing worse than fucking California. That's stupid. What you were saying is just dumb. Those are stupid words coming out of that pie hole. I do honestly enjoy 9 overall. The late 2000s, 10s pop production is here, and that's fine. Mark had already been doing guest verses on a ton of pop artists, and the band is finally ditching recreating the past for the embracing the present type of sound. I do think the guys enjoyed doing this one a lot more than California because they're having so many guest writers. And yes, that's concerning. That's not what punk does. They don't have guest writers, but they were there to serve a purpose. They were there to alleviate the stress of Mark having to overcome the lack of Tom in writing all of the melodies and the fact they don't want Skeeves to do anything. So I get why they're there. And it's just dude, Mark has already set incredibly high, Blink has set incredibly high expectations for what a good Blink record is going to sound like, for what good melodies are going to come from Blink, because fuck man, these guys write like McCartney and Lennon over here. They write some melodies that are so fucking catchy that you instantly know them. You instantly know them.
Yeah.
But then Travis started getting really into the production, the production side of things here, and he's learning a lot about the music and not just getting more comfortable at being both unique, but also taking a lot out of Jerry Finn's playbook and doing a lot of tricks that made them the arena band that they are. And so I think Travis learned a lot from this. I think Travis had a good time with this. I think Mark, I don't want to say he had a good time with it, but I think Mark, the stress was not here as it was with California, because California was fucking stressful, man. That's Blink's return without Tom.
Yeah,
that's
without
stressful.
Tom.
I get it. It's stressful. But overall,
without your writing partner, man, that's without your fucking writing partner and having to follow that up, follow up Blink. Yeah, you just can't. It's a no-win situation. And I understand California was a very popular record and it sold a lot of copies. But I mean, that doesn't mean it's a good record. It's just, I think it only sold as well as it did. It was because Tom, it was the first album without Tom. That was the only reason why it sold as well as it did.
California?
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. California's not a good record.
And I mean, really in the end, 9 wasn't as successful as because nobody really wanted another California. We got 9 and it was just so weird and it wasn't that great. The band didn't seem into it. And also they weren't able to tour on it because remember this album came out in September of 2019.
Yeah.
the COVID lockdown started 4 months later, 5 months later.
Yep.
So it's like they had no proper tour on 9. So it's just like it's. I mean, I feel the worst for Skiba, for sure.
I don't feel the worst for Skiba. He came from Alkaline Trio and played for Blink-182. Like, get the fuck out of here. Dude made money.
He did, but I mean, the
money.
way he was
Therefore,
treated.
Alkaline Trio made money. He wasn't treated poorly. He was treated like a normal fucking hired gun. Like, who cares?
Okay.
And like when he was out of the band, like Tom personally, like whatever that's worth, Tom like personally Facebook messaged him or Instagrammed him, whatever the fuck it was, like personally messaged him and said, "Hey, dude, thank you so much for like carrying on the legacy of Blink-182."
Yeah,
but
he
like,
did.
come on, who cares?
Yeah.
Enjoy the ride. Enjoy that fat fucking paycheck. Probably made more money with Blink than he ever has with Alkaline Trio, for sure.
You're probably right. Yeah. Especially because they did that. Remember they did that Enema tour,
dude,
where they played Enema in its entirety for a fucking whole tour. Dude, that shit was those were enormous shows, and they probably made so much money from that.
So much money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the only reason why I put 9 above California, honestly, is just because of personality. I think California lacks there's no personality whatsoever. I think it's just fucking. I don't want to say it's a cash grab, but I think it's more of like Mark is just he's so lost. He's so lost. He doesn't know what to do. Let's hire somebody that just writes generic fucking music that haven't produced a record, because Jerry Finn's not here anymore to tell me like that's fucking terrible. And so Feldy's there, and the California is just devoid of any personality, and at least 9 has personality. Whether or not you like this type of music,
it's not a good personality.
Again, whether or not you like this type of music, it's still there. I like this pop music, and so like my favorite song is the one that you fucking hate the most. I do like "Blame It on My Youth." I like that. I like the Simple Creature stuff. I like pop music being ingrained into, be it like hip hop or be it like punk music. This is the future. This is where we're at now. This is what is happening now today, right? As we are doing this, embrace it, love it, enjoy it. I like it.
All right.
The worst song.
Yes.
The worst song is Heaven. That is a fucking stinker.
Not.
That is one of the worst songs they have ever done.
Dude, that's like a forgotten Plus 44 song.
No, dude. No.
It's a good song.
Like, that's fucking goofy, dude. And like Skeeb screaming that stupid chorus is straight up bad. Dude, Heaven is like top 3 worst Blink songs that have ever been released.
So stupid.
Ever been
That
released.
is so fucking dumb.
I almost want to like scratch out my vinyl just so like it will skip over that fucking track. Like make a little notch so it skips over it. God, that song is bad. That song is worse than anything. Like that song may be worse than California, the title track.
No, get the fuck. No, dude, you're so fucking dumb.
It may be worse.
Dumb.
I fucking hate that song so goddamn much. So much.
No. That's
here's my forgotten banger though. It's "Hung Over You."
Okay, that and "Pin the Grenade." Those are kind of. No, actually, "Hung Over You." Actually, that song kind of sucks.
It's a good song, dude.
"Pin the Grenade's" a better song for sure.
It's quite the banger. Like Skeeb gets to yell, and he's good at yelling, but he's not great at yelling. He's just good at yelling. And then Mark still hits that like lower register contrast thing, which is like what he falls into that, which he fell into that on the new record, and it's good. It's fine. But this is one of the few times like he did that scream thing over Mark's normal singing voice. That sounded great. That sounded like they were both doing what they do best and just having a good time doing it.
Yeah,
it's a good melody. I really do like "Hung Over You." I really do like this record.
Still hung over you. Ugh. It's so.
I'd still put California at probably like. Just out of spite, I'd probably put it like a 1.9.
Oh, you're the worst. There's no Blink record that drops below 2.
And I put 9 out of 2.
You're such an idiot.
That's what I would do. Idiot.
All right, so all right, my number 10. Damn, we're only at 10. My 10 is Buddha, the first album.
There we go.
January 1994. I do love this record.
Buddha, you're fucking. Oh
I do.
God, you're so stupid.
I do love Buddha, but damn, dude, half this record is on Cheshire Cat, and Cheshire Cat quality's better, the performance is better.
The performance is not better always.
It is better.
That is incorrect. On Toasted Bananas is not better. No,
yes,
that's false.
Is. Get out
that
of
is
here.
False. False.
Carousel
false.
For sure is better on Cheshire.
That's
for sure.
I don't know.
That's for sure, dude.
It's not.
Yeah, I don't know. This is clearly just a young band. Obviously, they're like fucking 18 or some shit like that. Maybe not. I think Scott was 16 or something when they made this demo for this album, and it shows, and it has a ton of charm. I do like this record a lot, but I mean, seriously, if I'm gonna go back to these songs, I'm just gonna listen to Cheshi. This is like a fun album to listen to, like as a not a novelty, but it's cool to have this record because the cover is awesome. Both of our vinyl variants are pink, like bright pink. So I don't know. It's just I don't think it's an amateur release for sure, and it doesn't really need to go back to. I don't. It's not that I don't care. It's just
you don't care.
So much better.
Just say, so much better. Say I don't fucking care about Blink-182. That's what you're saying.
I don't care about Blink-182. You probably ranked this like fucking number 2 or something. But yeah, Buddha, my banger is obviously Carousel. That's the greatest Blink song ever made.
I'm going to say Carousel 2 times throughout this podcast or this rankings.
Well, why wouldn't I? It's the greatest song. Why do I have to be cool? Why do I have to be different? Like,
I don't know why you have to be something. Cool? Why do you always fucking try and do it? No.
Why can't Carousel be my favorite on 2 different albums? It's the same fucking song.
God, dude.
Except the Cheshi version's better. But it's still that incredible of a song to where it could be my favorite song off of Buddha. It's just stupid. It's stupid if it's not. Just pandering almost. It's dumb. The worst songs, Transvestite and Reebok Commercial. I mean, Transvestite, they ended up it's not even on streaming like Spotify, Apple Podcasts because the band didn't want it because the lyrics are pretty fucked. And the song in general is just fucking bad. Like objectively, it's a bad song. Reebok Commercial too. It's from the Fly Swatter EP, their very first demo that was recorded in Scott's bedroom. That song's not that good either. It's really, really not that good. And then Forgotten Bangers, My Pet Sally. That's actually a really good song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I wish they would have put that on Cheshi over like Depends or something like that.
Benoit Balls, Depends.
Nah, Benoit Balls is good. That's a good song.
Stupid. So dumb.
Good.
So dumb. So fucking
but
stupid.
We both just sang it. So
I hate it.
Oh shit. So yeah, that's what I got for Buddha. I don't have much more to say. I'm not gonna talk shit on it because I really do like this record. So yeah.
You think
so what do you got for
better, which is so fucking stupid.
I do. No, you're right. I do think California's better. So what do you got for number 9? Go.
Enema of the State, baby. Number 9. Yep.
No shit.
Dude, this one just keeps falling and falling. So this one just keeps falling and falling, and I just don't even care about it anymore. It's hard to even get through some of this shit sometimes. Oh man, this is like California to me. I think this is like devoid of any kind of heart, any kind of soul. These songs are historically catchy, yes, and they help like change the scope of music overall. But damn, dude, like first of all, Travis isn't even fucking playing with his band. Like, why even have him there? What's the fucking point? It sounds like shit compared to what they're playing. Nothing.
It's so
nothing
busy.
meshes. Nothing meshes. If he's not gonna write music for the group, then don't even be there. Go fucking home. And Mark and Tom are just so fucking silly the whole time that it's hard to even take them seriously here. And whenever you get like a cool riff, a cool part, a cool melody, it goes back into just stereotypical like pop music. Like all of the songs here are just fucking pop musics. This is not even pop punk at this point. This is just pop music that just has a really, really good drummer. And that's why we're still calling them pop punk. And Jerry Finn's done some good stuff, honestly, but this is garbage. I don't fucking like it. I really...
He did Crash Love. Jerry Finn did from AFI.
Sorry, then he's done 2 things that I think are pretty shitty. And one is this, and then the other one is Crash Love. Did he really do Crash Love?
Yeah, he did Crash Love, yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he did. I think he did part of December Underground as well. Yeah.
This whole album is just like a goofier, but also like somehow catchier version of Damn It. Like let's just take that Damn It song and then, church it up, put a tie on it, and fucking release it. I don't know, man. Enema of the State, I have the most.
You're crazy,
this is like my intro to Blink, really. But I like this less and less every time we do Blink rankings. I don't think it'll ever dip below 9. That's just silly. Or California. So it probably has peaked.
That would be
here.
very silly. That would be very silly.
It probably has peaked here. Like
But you'd still give it a 2 out of 3, right? You'd have to.
I'd probably give Enema like. I'd probably give like 2.25, 2.4.
Okay, not bad. We're just fucking splitting hairs at this point.
Like,
so
I still know every fucking one of these songs. I can still probably play like most, if not all of these songs on the guitar if we sat down and did it. So I do like this record. It's just that's where it sits right now.
Oh man. And anybody listening, we have our world famous 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album to give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So neither of us have even dipped below a 2 at this point.
Well, I gave California 1.9.
Well, you're lying. And yeah, you gave Enema 2.4, so it's still pretty fucking high.
It's a good album.
It's a fucking amazing album. But okay, so what's your biggest banger, worst song, all that good shit?
I mean, like I've been really like infatuated with Adam's song as like the past couple of years. And I think every time we do these rankings, I always list Adam's song as my biggest banger, just because it was something I glossed over as a kid so often. But like Adam's song, I would still probably pick as my biggest banger, just because I'm least familiar with that one. The worst song is All the Small Things. I'm not even a fucking pander to that one. That's obvious. It should be obvious to everybody out there.
Obvious. Mm-hmm.
And my forgotten bangers, Don't Leave Me and Don't Leave Me.
Really?
So some of my forgotten bangers, like when we get up to like the top 3, it's like forgotten bangers. Like you really forget about that song? Not really.
Yeah, no, seriously.
But Don't Leave Me, like I really like when it's just kind of like Mark singing and the Travis has like a simple drum beat and you just hear that low bass end and it's just kind of him singing. Like that's cool. I dig that.
It's a great song, great album.
It's a good song.
So glad you enjoy it. My number 9 is The Californias. The Californias is my number 9, finally, from July 2016.
Just, switched up California and Buddha just to be annoying. That's what you did.
No, I didn't. Because, okay, so I do genuinely, I do really like, I would say really like, but I do like this album. And surprisingly, listening to it this week, there's a lot of nostalgia. A lot of fucking nostalgia with this album. And it's weird. It was a weird transition, like, in my personal life. So a lot of like life events relate to this album, weirdly enough. And I don't know. Yeah, the nostalgia is strong on this one, even though it came out 7 years ago. Though 7 years ago, that's a long fucking time. But I mean, I do think there are some pretty big bangers on this record. Some absolute fucking stinkers. We talked already pretty extensively about how kind of disjointed the band as a whole were, especially Mark is just, he doesn't even know what's going on.
He's just lost. Like I hate to see
he's
disconnected
lost,
because he's just lost, and it's not. I don't know. Disconnected makes it sound like he's a fucking idiot. He's just lost.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's yeah. You're right. Because he essentially lost like a best friend, and I guess we'll talk about it more on the album of the week because talking about the reunion, but. Yeah, California. I do dig this one. It is obviously derivative of Enema and Toy Page, but there's some good stuff here. Left Alone. I love that song. I know you can't stand it.
I don't get it.
I honestly think this is
you
a
love
top
it like
10
it's like
Blink
a
song.
top. Yeah, exactly. I don't get why
it's a
you
top
think it's a
10
top
Blink
song. That's silly boy talk.
It's a top 10 Blink.
That's silly.
I think that chorus is just incredible. The vocal melody, the drum beat, the build in that chorus.
And you still think that even after their newest album?
Yeah, I still think Left Alone it's a top 10 Blink song. There's
a song on their newest album that I think is a top 10 Blink song.
Really?
Yilzer?
Okay, I guess we'll get into that someday. But
today.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. My the worst song, hands down, is the title track, California, with the beige little boxes. This song is the worst Blink-182 song ever. There's nothing worse than this. It's
Heaven's pretty
embarrassing.
close. Heaven's pretty close.
No, okay, you're stupid, but that's fine. We'll circle back to that. California's horrendous. Los Angeles is a runner-up for being the worst. as well. I mean, that song is just embarrassing too. And that electronic beat that comes in, that they're kind of like trying to rap. It's weird. And then the chorus, Los Angeles. It's so over the top, bad cheesiness. Sober is another stinker. I hate that fucking song. And the joke songs are horrible too. But also okay, so Left Alone is a banger of mine, and also Only Thing That Matters. I love that song too. That's such a great song, but we already talked about that one. But a couple forgotten bangers on here that they're fucking so good. Teenage Satellites. That chorus is one of the catchiest things on this entire record.
Teenage Satellites is good. That's a good.
It's a really good song.
It's a good
and I feel like it's not it's definitely not talked about enough.
It's
and
not
it's single worthy
for
sure. But it's single worthy. Like this Teenage Satellites should have been a single.
Oh.
Instead of She's Out of Her Mind and Home is Such a Lonely Place. Come on. Teenage Satellites for sure should have been a single.
It's better than
like
those
the second
two,
single.
But
like it should have been the follow up to Bored to Death. 100%. But whatever. What are you gonna do?
Okay.
Also San Diego. The song San Diego. I used to hate this song.
Yeah.
But over the years it's really grown on me, and that chorus it's so much fun to sing.
The chickens, dude. It's the chickens leading into the chicken come to San Diego. It's just so cool, dude. It's like Bob Odenkirk in the Office. Like it's cool, pretty cool. With the hand thing like that.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's just cool.
Oh, it's so stupid. But yeah, California. That's my number 9. Let's move on. What do you got for number 8?
I haven't even got to like the good stuffs yet. My number 8 is Buddha.
Okay.
The first album.
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, Buddha's for sure better than the other 3 that I already mentioned. The best word for this.
You haven't said Cheshire Cat.
No. And I've always put Buddha above Cheshire. I know.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I know. I told you a lot of things are happening. Some you'll like, some you will not like. But a lot of things are happening. Buddha's here. This is where it deserves to be.
You're a fucking idiot.
This is where it deserves to be. The best word for this album is endearing. Like obviously, yes, it's rougher than Cheshire. Everything is rougher here. But it really is. It's presented like a demo, but these songs are really, really good. And I will say that like Carousel's weird. Okay, so I went back and forth between the 2 versions. Like one, boom, 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 and then I thought that the intro of Carousel on Buddha's version better. I want it to calmer. I want it to build. I want it to crescendo into like what we know as Carousel. But everything else about the Cheshire version of Carousel is better. I just wish it didn't start off already with like distortion. I wish it started off with just Mark, the do 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 do, that calmness. I wish it started off like that, like it does in Buddha. But after that, everything about the Carousel or the Cheshire version is better about Carousel. That's it. That's all I'll say.
Especially the way Tom's voice cracks during the bridge too.
Yeah.
No, now that nothing is free.
Hey. But dude, Toast and Bananas is this is my favorite song. It is
really
exponentially better.
That's your favorite song.
Exponentially better on Buddha than it is on Cheshire. God, okay. Toast and Bananas is so good. Because it's like good, it's a crunchy punk song here. Do you want to know? What was like doing like some kind of like fucking some like Britland accent. You want to know? I think you. That's what he's doing. The song sometimes he's fucking crunchier, more punk sounding on Buddha. I don't know.
What about Strings?
So the worst song on the album is Strings.
Don't do it.
Just don't like it. I don't fucking like that song. I don't care.
So dumb.
I'm not gonna get over it. I don't care. I don't like it. Okay. But a forgotten banger here is Time. Doesn't have like the strongest melody, but it is catchy because it slows down to that chorus, and the Mark gets like super squirrely on this one, and then Tom does that clean guitar strum that's like kind of ska, that ding ding ding.
Yeah, that's true. It's pretty cool.
Like they never do that. I don't think they've ever done that after this or before this. That's the only time they ever really do that, like ska type thing.
Mind you, they only had Fly Swatter prior to Buddha, but
yeah.
No, you're right. Yeah, they've never done a ska kind of thing.
It was cool.
Not even close.
It was fun.
Okay, Buddha. It's a little bit high, but I'll accept it. I'll accept it. All right. Do you have anything else on this one?
No, that's it. That's all.
Okay, my number 8 is One More Time, the album of the week.
Oh
so
my God, dude.
Let's move on to your number 7. What do you got for number 7?
Number 7 is Neighborhoods. This is it's fucking lucky it's even here.
Okay, the pod's over. The pod's done.
Your fucking voice was like in the background, and now it like moved to the front, like where you lean back in your chair.
I did. I pushed back on from the desk. So we're gonna cut it. We're gonna end it. We're gonna reconvene tomorrow night. After you heal up a bit from your head injury. Like
after Chef left South Park and they just spliced up all of his dialogue to say a bunch of stupid shit about like, I love children or whatever it was. Like you're just gonna like bleep out what I just said and insert other things that you wanted to do.
Or what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit in like old or past rankings episodes where you rank neighborhoods way higher, and then I'll just put that in there. But
yeah,
damn, dude, I can't believe it's that low. That's stupid, man. You're fucking.
And honestly,
dumb.
it's lucky it's here. It really is. It's lucky
don't
it's
say
here.
It's lucky.
It's fucking lucky it's here.
Get off your fucking high horse.
There's
man.
a lot of filler in this fucking record.
You've changed since you got a record store, man. You've changed.
This is all filler with little killer, really. Not necessarily like filler songs, but a lot of these songs just have filler parts. The record itself is very, very one-dimensional with very little depth, like sonically. If you had a waveform, it would just be like a constant line with no peaks, no valleys. It's just fucking like right in the middle. Right.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the new album, One More Time?
No, not at all.
Because that's
actually the opposite of what I'm talking about here. So Neighborhoods is it's a Tom album. The band isn't at their best here. It fucking shows. Everybody except Tom is just sort of existing, which is something also to be said because even when this band is just existing, they still write really catchy songs. But Mark, meh, on this album. Even Travis, like, what did Travis do on this album? Just play drums. Meh. Okay. The only person that even brought anything was Tom. But even Tom, dude, like some of these songs are fucking boring.
Quit while you're behind already.
Here's the worst song. You ready? Ghost in the Dance Floor. I don't care, dude. That song's fucking dumb. Okay. I just don't like this song. Tom's verses are fucking dumb. He sings them dumb. And it leads to an even dumber fucking chorus. Way too much Angels and Airways in this entire album. I don't fucking want to hear it. I'm back on this bandwagon. I don't give a shit. Neighborhoods is not that great of an album. It's not. Don't care.
Well, okay, so you're like 100% wrong with almost everything that you said. I agree with some little points here and there, but overall you're pretty damn wrong.
This album kind of sucks. Here's my I guess do you want me to do my forgotten banger or do you want me to do my banger?
You can do whatever you want. You've already lost all credibility.
All right. Forgotten banger. Forgotten banger. You ready?
No, okay, go. Continue the joke.
Even if she falls. That's my forgotten banger.
I mean that song is so good.
Oh,
so good.
A fucking regular song. That's why it's so good.
What do you mean it's not a regular song?
It's like a fucking bonus song, dude. It's not even like a regular actual song. It's a fucking bonus song. Fuck this.
But the streaming sites don't even have the deluxe version. It's just one version now.
It's only for the Yeds. It's only for the Yeds.
It's not only for the Yeds.
But like my actual banger. I do like Hearts All Gone. Hearts All Gone is just one I come back to.
Talk about a one-dimensional song, man. Come on.
That's like the heaviest, most aggressive song on the album. It's everything else is just like boring. Everything else is just kind of like, oh, let's just put spacey atmospheric sounds in there and pretend we're Angels and Airways, but just have a little bit more aggressive drumming. This album is not very good, dude.
Oh, you're dumb. What would you rate this record? Based on
2.5, 2.6. Just like probably higher to be honest. Probably like 2.7.
You're so oh, this is so dumb. This is the dumbest episode we've ever done.
Yeah. Still good.
Okay. Wow. You're an idiot.
Dude, it's not that great.
My number 7. I'm just going. You're done. You're done. My number 7 is Cheshire Cat. Second album from 1995. This is their proper debut record. It's raw. It's they recorded this I think like a week or some shit, and maybe not even a week. They recorded it extremely fast. I mean, obviously most of or half the songs came from the Buddha. Yeah, so they just went into the studio and did it. But damn, dude, they sound like they're having a fucking blast. I love the little. I don't want to say skit. Well, they're kind of skits, but they're actually fucking funny. And you know, you get Benoit Balls, a fucking ridiculous song, absolutely ridiculous. But you know, it's fucking catchy, right? We were singing it earlier.
It's catchy because it's so dumb.
It is. It is really dumb.
It's so dumb.
And you know what? And then Travis, okay, so the song Just About Done, that song is so fucking funny. It's so stupid. It's so over the top. And a couple weeks ago, Travis did an interview saying, oh yeah, you know, one more time. Well, he wasn't that excited. He was very monotone. And he said that one more time is the first and last time that Blink will ever use a double bass, you know, double bass pedal. And then thinking about it, they fucking did it on Cheshire Cat. Like Just About Done.
Was that a double bass though? Or was
that was
just
a double bass?
Fucking
no, that was a double bass.
Yeah, no,
yeah, that was 100% a double bass because over that, you know, Tom's playing that big heavy metal riff. They're making fun of metal music and just acting like fucking Tarzan, you know, just barbarians and shit. And I don't know. That's funny. You know, the very end when Mark is talking. What did he say about the stairs again?
Who taught you to throw the dick down the stairs?
Downstairs, yeah. That and then the whole Ebonics thing was just.
I think the best part about that is picturing like how they recorded the dick falling down the stairs. Right, you can just hear them like slapping their chest, like doing whatever they possibly can in their heads to mimic the sound of something falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like anything's falling down the stairs. It just sounds like someone's making a bunch of fucking dumb noises.
I love how amateur and just how much fun they were having on this record. You hear it in every fucking song.
I love it that much.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good. And then, you know, the single being Eminem's, that's an absolute banger. It's super fucking catchy. The guitar riff is actually kind of advanced for a punk song, especially for a Tom song, for Tom's guitar playing, especially this early on. It's impressive, honestly.
That's why he reused it like 25 times. I get it.
True. Yeah, on several albums, which we'll get to later. But yeah, I don't know. I think Cheshire's a great proper debut record for the band. And Carousel, like I said, I don't give a fuck. That's the best song they've ever made. So obviously that's my banger. Worst song depends. I don't think it. I mean, it's funny, but it's just like coming off of Benoit Balls. Yeah, coming off of Benoit Balls and Just About Done. It's just like, okay, like this song shouldn't even be on. It should end with Just About Done. That would have been way, way better. I've never really cared for that song. But you know, some forgotten bangers. Let's talk about Wasting Time. That riff, that's a solid riff. The pop punk stop and goes. Great shit right there. Super, super catchy. I love Wasting Time. And then even, you know, right before Tom quit the band in 2015, or when he was fired, I guess, they were playing Wasting Time, but they were playing it acoustically. And it was actually pretty rad. It was just Mark and Tom up on stage and playing it acoustic, and it sounded fucking good. It sounded really good. And another forgotten banger, Does My Breath Smell? Do you want to know where I think you... It's so good.
Well,
oh no! That's Toast and Bananas.
That was Toast and Bananas.
Right. I was thinking.
I was just gonna move on, but that's okay.
No. Oh my God! What is? How does the song go?
Oh, you almost had it there.
I know. I almost had it.
But anyway. All the rules about the girls I want.
What do they always kick me in the groin when I come near? I'm not complaining. It just hurts after a bit. It's good, man. It's a good song. Great song. Yeah, Cheshire is my number 7. Okay. Also, their best artwork. It really is. Because their artwork kind of sucks.
Now we're just getting...
Their artwork kind of sucks.
Stupid here.
It kind of sucks.
Overall, it's not great, but this is not their best artwork.
This is their best, yeah.
No. This,
Buddha, and probably California are their best artwork.
California's good. But not their best, no.
That's stupid.
We haven't got to their best.
Okay, so what do you got for number 6?
Dogs. Dogs eating dogs, eating dogs, eating dogs, eating dogs. Who are then
Pretty
eating
little
dogs.
Girl. So why? Why?
It's
why,
an EP, man. I don't. If you expanded this, if you took the percentage of so there's 5 songs, and one of them is not good, but it has good parts to it.
Okay.
And then 3 of these are fucking beyond bangers, and then one is just that song's okay. But if you took that percentage and just like multiplied it to like 20 songs, right? Then that would mean like if you just time this by 4, that mean like I don't know, 4 songs are okay, but like 12 songs are really, really fucking good beyond banger. This is one of their best albums. So like the first 3 tracks. When I was young, Dogs Eating Dogs, Disaster.
Yeah.
All 3 of those put together, better than Neighborhoods. Straight up. Better than Neighborhoods.
Close.
Boxing Day is a song that's obviously, that song's okay at best on a good day. And then Pretty Little Girls. Pretty Little Girls it's not a stinker, but Yellow Wolf on there he's so bad. He is so fucking bad. But the song's not a bad song.
That pre-chorus is one of Tom's best pre-choruses ever.
It's a cool song. It's not bad, but dude, like I don't know whatever. But anyway, like the first 3 songs are better than Neighborhoods. Those are some of the best things that Tom has ever written, because those are all Tom songs anyway. Even though Mark is kind of on Dogs a little bit, those are Tom songs. So take that for what it's worth. And it came out like right after Neighborhoods, so close to it. And this is like clearly. Like everything about this screams Neighborhood, screams Tom, screams like, please still play with me, like a kid, right? Please, you can play with all my toys if you just be my friend. That's what I picture Neighborhoods and Dogs Eating Dogs like. Mark is pleading with Tom at this point.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I love Dogs, man. It's a fucking great EP, and we go back and forth of whether or not like do we want to spend $300 for 5 songs? Like that's fucking stupid. That's how much we love this dumbass fucking EP. So
well, it's like, well, if we found it in the wild at a record store for $200, oh yeah, we're gonna pick it up.
And you know you fucking would.
I don't want to though.
You know you would. Fuck out of here. I would in a fucking heartbeat. So yeah, Dogs is there for me. I guess for like my 3 things, the least favorite song for me, I would say Boxing Day is my biggest, like the worst song on the album, because you can't fix Boxing Day. You can fix Pretty Little Girls by just taking out Yellow Wolf. But you can't fix Boxing Day. So Boxing Day for me is the worst song here. Right now, the best song for me is When I Was Young. Oof. Like it's just like stupid. I mean, that's some of like Tom's best things he's ever done. Yeah. And then I would even say like Forgotten Bangers, Pretty Little Girl, because Yellow Wolf like ruins that song. You kind of forget. You're right, like just how great that pre-chorus is.
Mm-hmm. It's seriously one of the best, and that's Tom's like strength is the pre-chorus, and that's what he does best, and that is one of the best pre-choruses.
He's a hype man. He's a hype man. He's good at hyping up either the band himself.
Man,
he's good at hyping stuff up.
And that's not to take away from like the chorus in that song too, because the chorus is really solid. But
except for the Pretty Little Girl part.
Pretty Little Girl.
The way he says that is just marble mouth.
It's one of the most marble mouth things he's ever done.
It's so dumb.
The way he says Pretty Little Girl. Damn.
But I sing along to it like an idiot, so what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's fun. It's fun. All right, buddy boy. Here we go. My number 6. You ready for this one?
Yes.
Ready for this one? Buckle up, bud.
It's gonna be so dumb.
This is Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, Toy Patch, baby.
I figured.
My number 6.
We're in this thing here. We're pretending to be like
much like
more mature or something, and it's
much like Enema has just kind of gone down for you. That's how I feel with Toy Patch. It doesn't have that same oomph. It doesn't have the same excitement. It's still a great record, and it's fucking awesome, but it just seems too, I don't want to say, I guess, it's kind of phoned in. Because it seemed like they were...
What fucking part of Toy Patch is phoned in?
I don't know.
It's a better Enema. What are you talking about?
It's hard to even compare it to Enema because...
Did you
they're
fucking
both pop
jumble
punk.
these album titles up? Like, and you forgot which fucking album is Take Off Your Pants and Jacket? What?
I also find myself going back to Toy Patch less and less every year. Like I do love the songs, and I know this album front to back. Maybe I'm burnt out on it. I don't know.
Because you've permanently like attached your Tom goggles on. You cannot fucking take them off. It's all this stupid Angels and Airways bullshit that he's put out that you own on the vinyls. I Empire Part 17.
I Empire is great.
All this other iRobot shit, Part 45 that he's put out. Like, it's, dude, none of it's very good.
You have a bunch of Angel and Airwaves too.
I have like one.
No,
okay?
you have
actually have 4.
Yeah, you have 4. Fucking idiot.
4. Either first or last, and then 2 EPs. So no, I only have 1 EP. Sorry. Then I have the Tom Solo stuff. No, I only have Of Nightmares. I never got. I do want another one, but I don't have.
Why didn't you get Chasing Shadows?
I think because I like either the second half or the first half, whichever one's like more aggressively electronic.
Wait, of Chasing Shadows?
Maybe I did get both of them. Did I get both of them?
Yeah, you got both of them. Yeah, you got both.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because you'd be stupid if you didn't get Chasing Shadows. That's just silly. Silly boy talk.
Yeah, so I guess I got Chasing Shadows and Of Nightmares. Well,
but
never mind then, dude.
Toy Bash. This is kind of them like pinnacle pop punk. Every band was trying to be Blink-182 at this point. And what's cool about the band at this time is that they were trying to get away from that. They were trying to get away from the pop punk. They were trying to get away from the boy band shit, which we'll kind of talk about, because Tom brings it up in the Zane Lowe interview from last week. They were trying to get away from all that because they were being made fun of. Like, really, they were being made fun of and amongst their peers and everything, and that's not what they wanted. So they donned darker clothes. They became a little bit more emo. The songs became a little bit heavier. So that's another reason why I feel musically and aesthetically it's very much separate or very much different than Enema of the State. But I don't know. I just maybe, like I said, I think in the end it's burnout. It's burnout on this record. I think I've listened to this Blink record more than any of their records over the years. And I don't know. I honestly have nothing bad to say about this. I really don't. You
just said the 45 million things that were bad, so that's fine.
There's nothing wrong with this record at all. This is a perfect record. I don't give a fuck. It's a perfect record. My 2 favorite songs, Every Time I Look For You, top 10 Blink right there. What Went Wrong, top 10 Blink right there. I know it's a bonus track. I don't give a fuck. It's amazing. Worst song, Story of a Lonely Guy. Even when this came out, that was my least favorite song. Still is. It doesn't quite pack the punch as the rest of the songs, but it's still solid. I still know every fucking word to it. Some of the forgotten songs, even though they're not, but online songs, that is kind of forgotten. That's the song for the true Yeds, but it's still kind of forgotten. And Give Me One Good Reason. That one gets forgotten a lot too, but that chorus is incredibly catchy. So yeah, that's my number 6 is Toy Bash. Now I don't even want to talk bad about any of these records.
You have to.
But you can't because they're so good.
You have to.
So
fucking find a way. Find a way.
Find a way. Okay, what do you got for number 5? We're almost an hour in.
I have not mentioned like the album of the week. Have you not noticed? Like,
yeah,
not
even you're fucking stupid.
Okay, there we go. No, number 5 is the album of the week one more time.
Nostalgia goggles are strong, man.
Hold on there, dude, because actually I actually took off the nostalgia goggles. So
you actually I actually looked it up. I actually called your doctor and I asked, what your prescription was for your nostalgia goggles, and they were like way stronger than mine.
Here's how we all know you're lying. It's because I have not had health insurance for like almost 10 years now. So that's how we all know you're lying. Well, so if you're lying about this, what else are you lying about? So there we go.
All right, my number, what are we on, 5? My number 5 is Enema of the State from 1999. What? This is a good record. This is a record that, 2 years ago, I ranked this like near the bottom. This had really fallen out of favor, but over the last, I'd say, year or so, I find myself coming back to this. I think a lot of it has to do with nostalgia. And I do agree, Travis's drumming, it's too busy. It's too much for everything else that's going on, but that's also what drew you and I into the band when we got into them in 1999 was Travis's drumming, because when we're kids we're like, dude, this is the most amazing thing we've ever heard, along with the catchy melodies and all that kind of shit.
But then I grew up and realized that it's fucking too busy and kind of annoying, but
the songs are still there, the excitement is still there, like how carefree they are, because by the time you get to Toy Bash you could tell there's already things are starting to get splintered. They're not like Mark and Tom are just they're not as in sync as they were on Enema. This still seems like a band who were trying hard. Not to say that they ever didn't try hard, but they still seem like a proper band. At least Mark and Tom did songwriting wise. The production, yeah, it's a little overblown. It's super fucking polished, but whatever. The songs are still fucking incredible. I don't give a fuck. My banger, you talk shit about it this all the time, but Windy Clear, man. Windy Clear, that opening riff, that dum ding dum ding, it's just that kind of weird kind of swingy guitar thing that he does. So good. The organ in the bridge, I'm a sucker for the organ, and it got me. It fucking got me. And how the song just kind of ends, the last note you hear is an organ droning out. It's fucking good.
Dumb.
And the song is super catchy. And it's also crazy too, because his songs definitely aren't my favorite Blink songs, but that says something. If this is my favorite song off the record. I am a Tom, because Tom writes better songs, dude. Well, he does.
Hold on there, dude. Because Plus 44 is better than anything the Angels Airways ever put out, dude. So hold on there.
You're exhausting. You're exhausting.
That's a fucking fact. You can Snopes that shit. That's a fact.
Wooden Toe is a little bit better than When Your Heart Stops Beating. It's a tiny bit better. It's a tiny bit better, but it's better. So yeah, Enema, the worst song, All the Small Things. That's easy. A forgotten song is Mutt. That's a really, really catchy Tom song that is really slept on. Up until a couple years ago, I would have said Dysentery Gary, but they're playing that song a lot now. Mutt was popular when the album first came out.
No, it's like it was everywhere. Like Mutt was like really, really. It was in movies.
Yeah, and they were playing this song before the album even came out. You know, there's a demo version of the song with Scott on drums. But I feel like, you know, nowadays this is really, really a forgotten song on the record.
Yeah,
and it's so catchy, so catchy. But yeah, that's my number 5 is Enema of the State. So what do you got for number 4? Go.
All right, we're in the final 4, the elite 4. Here we go.
We're about an hour
Cheshie is number 4. Cheshie's number 4 for me.
That's high, man.
Yeah,
I never thought it would be that high for you.
I know. This one switched hard from Buddha. I know. I was like scratching my chims here. I know. Man, first of all, these skits get to me. Like they get to me. They're funny, yes, I get it, but not always. So like, luckily, listening to a hip hop record, they're not that aggressive and that annoying and that long. They're shorter, but that's my biggest knock to Cheshie. He's like the skits, dude. I don't fucking want them.
Still pretty good though. Still pretty good.
Some of these songs are weaker than their Buddha counterparts. We've already talked about.
Toast and bananas.
That's for sure. But like Peggy Sue alone warrants this one to be higher. So I will see this as being a better Blink record for now. Plus everything here is just so fast, and
it's off the rails, man.
You really forget like much when we talk about like AFI and their first several records, and it's how many fucking songs there are, dude. Dude Ranch, Cheshie, and Buddha. There's a lot of songs there.
Yeah,
there's like 20 plus songs, and most of them, because they're ingrained like in our repertoire, we know them so well. A lot of them sound the same.
Yeah, there's a couple bleeder songs on Cheshie for sure.
And so I don't know. I do love myself some Buddhas, but Cheshie this week really got me because I do think overall this is just a better representation of what the band wanted. I think Buddha is kind of like, it's a dick demo, even though Mark said it's not a demo, but like it's a demo. So like Buddha is a demo. Like Cheshie is these guys actually going into the studio, trying to make a record that sounds good. And I don't give a fuck how punk you are. When you start paying money out of your pocket that you've been working for, you take it a little bit more serious.
True, yeah.
No matter what fucking punk band you're from. And so Cheshie is that end result. Cheshie's the end result of them paying a little bit of money, the working for their money, and trying to make a record that sounds nice. And that's what it is.
They paid like nothing for the record too.
Yes.
And considering how great it turned out, fucking awesome. Fucking awesome.
So my favorite is Carousel. I mean
that's stupid if it's not.
It's a top 3 Blink song.
Yeah. Top one.
Not top one, but it's top 3. Yeah. The worst song is Benoit Balls, dude. That song sucks, man. It's dumb. It's too much silliness. And we don't need it there. Just fucking end it. We're done. Whatever. But that's just me trying to find something here that I hate. But like my personal forgotten song is Eminem's. Eminem's is a song that I don't take serious. I don't skip it ever, but I don't pay attention when I listen to it. If it's playing on the vinyls, I'll play on my phone. I kind of tune it out. I just don't talk about this one enough, and I honestly just take it for granted. Yeah, I never list this as a top 3 from this album, and it should be. It fucking should be. Mark is fucking smooth on that chorus. Tom's chugging is absolutely perfect, and the little bridge part they do here, it's super cute. Like it's like the last like the bridge part in this, maybe like the last time, I think until now, that they've really worked together and pulled something, all 3 of them, that came out like exactly how they probably anticipated.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Cheshi, number 4.
Number 4. All right, my number 4 is The Dude Ranches. From 1997, Mark Trombino produced this one. Last album with Scott Rayner on drums. And damn, dude, Scott, I love Scott's playing on this record because he plays so goddamn fast. At any moment, it sounds like it's about to fucking fall apart. And I just love it for its chaos. And the melodies are way, way stronger on this one compared to Cheshire Cat. It's punchy as hell, and it doesn't have the fluff that Enema and Toy Pash have. It doesn't have that polished feel to it. It just sounds like a band that this is their peak punk. This is their peak punk album. They never got better than this. I mean, when it came to that intensity, and I don't know. I mean, the poppiest song being "Damn It" on the record is still just, it's an incredible riff, incredible melody. Some of my biggest banger is "Pathetic" because I think that's the best Mark and Tom have ever done with the back and forths. It's so quick. It's kind of a mess, and I love it. I love it for it. And I don't want to say I have a stinker, but maybe I'm sorry. Lemmings might be, it's not, well, they're not stinkers. They're like the worst songs. Degenerate might be one of the worst songs, but I don't know. It's just, this whole album, song after song, is a fucking powerhouse. And I do love the record for it. And this used to be like a bottom tier record for me. But over the last couple of years, it's really, really gone up in my rankings, and it's a shame because you see as the years go on, they talk less and less about the first 2 Blink records. Considering "Damn It," and they still play "Damn It" on their sets, but that's the only song they play. Like every once in a while, they'll throw Josie on into their set, but man, there's some incredible songs on here that they don't even bring up. It just sucks they don't acknowledge this era of the band anymore like they used to. And it's truly, truly a shame. And my forgotten banger is Untitled. There's not really a chorus here, but I know every word and I love the way Tom sings it. And I love this fucking song so much. But Pathetic is hands down just the best. Just the fucking top 10 Blink for sure. Top 10 Blink.
Okay.
So, Dude Ranch, incredible stuff. We've done it. We've done all these records on the pod, so go listen to them at some point.
At least once.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever done Dogs. Have we ever done Dogs?
We did Dogs when we did the EP episode, where we did Fly Swatter, Uranus.
Okay.
And Dogs. Yeah, we did that. So what do you got for number 3?
Number 3 is Dude Ranch for me.
That's high. I didn't think it'd be that high for you.
I think I've put Dude Ranch as my number 1 multiple times.
No, you have not. Get out of here. You've never put it as your number 1. That's no.
Would you?
Now,
would you
now
like,
you're just trying to be cool.
Would you like to make a wager?
Cool.
Would you like to make a wager? Okay.
$5.
Okay.
$5. I guarantee you.
Hold on. I'm typing it in. Hold on. I gotta type. I don't even know how to type this. Dude Ranch #1 for me? Question mark.
That's not going to come up in the docs.
Well, I'm doing it bet $5 because I'm not. I guess.
You're just okay. I see what
those are my personal notes that I'm going to go back and look at my rankings because Dude Ranch has always been high. Like I've always liked Dude Ranch a lot.
But it's
and
never.
I've always liked it over Cheshi, and I've always liked it over fucking Buddha. But I think I've ranked it #1 before.
No, you haven't. You haven't.
Yeah, now I'm just like genuinely curious rankings because I started doing my pod rankings on the docs. So let's type in Blink. Okay, so last time we did Blink, it was before the Fugees, and we did Enema of the State. And so we did rank MTATs. I ranked MTATs #1, and I ranked Dude Ranch #2 on that one.
You're an idiot.
And I read Self-Entitled, Enema. Wow, what the fuck? I ranked Enema so high. That's crazy. Okay. And the time before that, actually, that's when I stopped taking the notes.
All right.
So yeah, no, technically I have ranked Dude Ranch #1 as of the best actual album.
That's
so. I'll take my $5 and I'll take my $5 and one.
I don't believe
actually.
you. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You didn't rank it your #1. You ranked MTATs.
Well, that's not an album, so.
Well, you ranked it #1, so I don't know you shit.
But I said I ranked Dude Ranch my #1 album. That's not a big deal. I'll take my $5 and ones. Actually, I'll take my $5 in nickels. I want nickels.
Nickels.
Yeah.
Just rolls of nickels.
Rolls of nickels. Or box. I don't care what you do. I want my nickels. Dude Ranch. Okay? That's my number 3. Their third record. This is like you said, this is their peak punk. This is PP right here. This is them at peak punk. They have never been more punk than this. And it's not just like how fast they are doing things, but it's the overall aesthetic of everything. The album, like I like this album cover. It's fucking disgusting. It is ugly.
Yeah.
It is horrible. This is like Fly by Night, like from Rush. Like that's a horrible album cover. That's like Dude Ranch, dude. It is ugly and disgusting, and there's big old cow nards on it, and it's gross. I think Enema has better songwriting overall, but this is almost just as good because the energy never stops. And Enema of the State, the energy stops. Not just on like songs like Adam's Song, but you get to songs like All the Small Things, and it's just kind of like, wow, you guys really did that. That's embarrassing. But this mastered the punk and also mastered the pop part of it. Like they never got like this is a punk pop record, and I know like the pop punk thing, like this is a punk pop record. It is punk driven, but they have pop melodies here, and this is the best. This is the best they've ever done with the punk pop stuffs. The best.
Agreed.
The best, Jerry. The best.
The best.
And I agree. I think so. Their two best songs, as far as Mark and Tom are concerned, are "Pathetic" and "Every Time I Look for You." "Pathetic" is great because it is a back and forth, and they're both just like waiting for the other person to stop talking so they can start going. And then "Every Time I Look for You" is like the opposite. It's like they're waiting for their chance to finish the other person's sentence, and like it's such a cool, different vibe to both of those songs. Like one is children waiting for their counterpart to shut their fucking mouth so they can have their turn, and the other one is
more refined.
Yes, it's more refined. It's more refined. Yeah. It's now they're in tune. They're on the same wavelength, and it's just like both of those songs are absolutely perfect. I mean, there's not even like a top 3, even like the top 5. It's just those two songs. That's it.
Yeah, the only two. Yeah, where there's a real proper back and forth. I mean, you get it on Up All Night, but it's not the same. It's really, really not the same. It's a little bit too forced on Up All Night.
Dude Ranch is good. That was my Pathetic's my favorite. The worst song's Apple Shampoo. I don't get why the song is as big as it is.
Yeah, people love that song.
I do think it's the weakest song on the album. I really do. Forgotten banger, New Hope. This one's just buried so deep in the album that you forget how great it is. And then when he actually gets to the Princess Leia part, you're like, oh yeah, this song's dope. I like this song.
Just Leia, where are you?
And you just kind of like smile and like, oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, another forgotten banger is Emo. That's another good one too. That chorus.
Emo's good. Yeah.
Ooh. And then there's that also that kind of like, it's not back and forth, but like kind of talking over each other when Tom talks over Mark on that one. That's good too.
That's a good one.
Fuck.
She's been around sleeping on the floor
because she fell right off the bed. You know. Wait. What does Mark say?
You know, just one more.
Right. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what he says. Something.
Just one more. And then it drops into that super sick riff. Yeah. Dude Ranch is so good. So good. All right, so my number 3 is Dogs Eating Dogs EP.
I've already have you figured out, so we can just
call it from 2012. I mean it's 5 songs. We already went pretty in depth, and we agree with pretty much with everything here. Except I think Boxing Day is better than Pretty Little Girl. Overall, as a song, I think it's better. But yeah, the best song on here is when I was young. That it's beautiful. It's just I can't explain how good this fucking song is. It makes me happy every time that it comes on. Like right when you hear that synth, instantly when that synth hits in the beginning, I know what it is and I instantly become happy. I'm stoked. That build up into the verse is just fucking incredible. It's the worst damn day of my life. Oof, great chorus too.
It is. It's good. It's hard.
Love it.
It's hard.
I fucking love it. And then of course the Dogs, the title track is incredible, and Disaster is. I really think Disaster is the forgotten banger though.
It is.
I really, really do. Out of all of them.
It is.
But yeah, Dogs. We don't need to talk about it more. Terrible album cover though. The worst album cover. Right. That's the worst album cover.
The worst album cover?
That is the worst.
Worst album cover
of my life.
Okay. Hey, it's the worst.
It is the worst. All right. So what do you got for number 2, Dose?
2 is Toy Pash. 2 is Toy Pash.
That's fun, I guess, right?
Yeah, it is pretty fun. This really is just a perfect example of them writing music that perfectly fits with their subject material, but also incorporating their development as musicians. And I know you like the Blink goggles, like, no, man, this is, and the nostalgia goggles are completely off. That's why I do love their new album so much. This is them trying to be better musicians. And I attribute a lot of Blink's success to Travis. Like Blink, if they still had Scott at Anima, they would not be where they are today.
No, they wouldn't.
Travis drove them to be better musicians. Because of Travis, we got all of this stuff. But in spite of Scott, we got Dude Ranch. So because of Travis, we got like Self-Entitled. We got a career, fucking selling out arenas for a bunch of idiot kids from fucking Poway. So I think we owe a lot to Travis here. But
of course,
this is the only time I think that they were that same kind of like Kids Next Door, growing up pop punky and goofiness, but meshing perfectly. Because after this, you never get that again. And they try to recapture that from time to time, and it's never worked. But it's only worked on Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
That's true.
Everyone here is just better musicians. The ideas are similar to Enema, but explored deeper. They're explored in more of an adult way. The dick jokes are still here, yes, but there's a little bit more wit involved. Whereas Enema was just kind of like straightforward. This is where we are. Not necessarily like wearing our emotions on our sleeves type of thing. It's more like, I don't know how to write a better song other than just telling you exactly what I'm thinking type of thing. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's fine. It's still a good record. But damn, dude, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket is just, it's this took pop punk to like the moon, dude. Like this may be like the best pop punk record of all time. It is something fucking else. This is like what every pop punker wants to be. Like Enema's great. Let's write catchy melodies. Now we're writing like catchy instrumentations too. Like we're writing better like riffs, dude. We're like getting a little bit chuggier. And you mentioned like Story of a Lonely Guy. Like fuck me, dude. That's a fucking killer fucking song. That little breakdown part in there where it's like and it gets into like that one to that and and then drops in. Like, dude, that's an unreal song. That is an unreal song. That's a good forgotten song. My favorite, one of my top 3 favorite Blink songs is Online Songs. Always love that song.
You
Fucking
do love
perfect through and through. My personal forgotten song is Roller Coaster. Again, it was hard to pick.
Yeah,
it was hard to pick a forgotten track from this album because, like, we both know every song on this fucking album like the back of our hand, even better than I don't even know the back of my hand like I know this album, honestly. But like, because all the melodies on this album are so goddamn strong, like you forget the instrumental parts of this album are that great. And Tom's tone on this one goes from like chaotic and aggressive to kind of chuggy to that weird like flange thing that he does in the bridge of Roller Coaster. And then Travis is busy as fuck here, but he never sounds out of place like he did on fucking Enema.
Yeah, he definitely took more of a songwriter approach on this one, which is a very loose thing to say, but definitely more songwriter approach.
But if I had to pick a worst one, it would be Stay Together for the Kids for me. Even though I love playing that guitar riff on the guitar, I love it. But I do think it still has some of their best lyrics they've ever done. Just like Mark's, like the whole like apple from the tree thing, and they rot and fall away. I think that's just like really cool songwriting.
It is. Good.
I just think the overall tone is a little bit too on the nose, a little too cheesy.
I agree. And the dynamic of the song too is kind of, it's a little much, you know, the quiet loud dynamic of the verse and chorus. It's a little much.
And Tom just comes in. I mean, it's not Tom's fault that he did this. Though. He comes in so fucking hard. Like, why? Yeah. So that was a Blink like dick joke. Comes in so fucking hard. Why does he come in so hard like that?
Why does he come so hard? Come on.
Yeah.
All right, that's your number 2, Toy Pash. My number 2 is Neighborhoods.
It better be fucking Neighbors. I swear to God, I would turn this fucking thing off. We'd be done. We'd be done.
I don't know if anything could be better than self-titled Blink, but Neighborhoods my number 2. This is often mocked record, forgotten about Blink record because of when it came out. No, it shouldn't, because there's some incredible songs on here. There are incredible songs. There are incredible parts.
Fucking dumb shit on this record.
And yes, though. I know. This is more of like a Tom record, but so is the new one. You know, who cares if it's more of a Tom record? He's the better songwriter. I mean, who gives a fuck? Like that. It's a bad excuse. It's a dumb excuse.
There's a big difference between this being a Tom record and the new record being a Tom record. And we'll get into it later.
There is a difference. No, you're right. There is a difference, and we will get into it later. And I think this is a much better record than One More Time is. The songs are more dynamic. The songs are better overall. I don't want to spoil. I don't want to spoil what I'm going to say for One More Time.
You either like fell down, or you just like so irritated that just like
I am pretty irritated with the new record. And I want to make a lot of comparisons between the two, between Neighborhoods and One More Time, but I'm not going to do it yet.
Fucking love the new record.
Just know there's some incredible catchy moments on this one, and I just love it. I don't care. Go listen to it 10 more times. Like that's my thing. Listen to it 10 more times. You'll fucking love it.
That's what Joe did.
So yeah, Neighborhoods. My banger, Even If She Falls, the last track.
Even if she deluxe track, that's fine.
Well, the last song on the record. Incredible song. It's a Tom song, straight up Tom song. There is a lot of synth on this record, but I don't give a fuck. It's good.
A lot of synth. It's all synth. Like a lot of synth.
It's not all synth.
Every fucking track has at least 14 different synth players.
This is better than all but one Angels and Airwaves record. Let's just say that. I'll say that as well.
I'll say that too, for sure. Absolutely.
Worst song is Love Is Dangerous. Love. I mean, it's so fucking over the top. Still love singing it though, and I will never skip it. Forgotten bangers, Natives, the second song, you know, the Eminem's ripoff, which you know
he loves doing. It's his riff though. I get it. That's fine.
It is. It's his signature riff for sure.
Okay.
But there is actually some really good back and forth on that song on Natives as well. And then the song This Is Home. This is home. You got to say it like Luke does in A New Hope.
Home. Like a little bitch.
Yeah, like a little bit. I don't know, man. I don't want to get too much into Neighborhoods because I will just gush all over it. And we've done this album.
You are right though.
What?
You said one really, really right thing. This is better than all but one Angels and Aries record. Yes, abso-fucking-lutely. That was completely true. Yes.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it because I'll just compare it to One More Time. So that's my number 2. What do you got for number 1?
It's self-entitled. Blink's Blink.
Yeah,
and
of course.
I go back and forth. So I have put Dude Ranch at number 1. I put put Toy Patch as number 1 multiple times over the years.
Yes.
And I think those are the only 3 records I've ever put at number 1. And those are only 3 records that ever deserve to be put at number 1. So, but this time around, it is Blink's Blink. I like ranking these records because depending on like where I'm at personally in my life, what I'm listening to, what I'm just doing overall, I never know what he's doing. Whatever I'm doing overall is how I rank a lot of these records. And this time around, I just said doing. It made me think of that. I really connected with the maturity of this band at this time. This is peak musicianship of Blink forever. They never got better than this. They never got worse than this. They just never captured this sound. This whole album is fucking dark, man. They didn't even try to like throw in goofy, like jokey amateur pop punk stuffs in here. And even when they did, like Go or even like Easy Target, they're still fucking dark. Like Go's fucking sad, man. Like Go's a dark fucking song. Like everything about this aesthetically is dark, is somber, is mature.
I mean, it's lyrics, it's the tone, like that guitar tone. This is when he switched over to using more Gibsons and using the ES335 before he even had his signature Gibson guitar. He was using a lot of Les Pauls. He's using some baritone Fenders as well. Those are like really low end guitars too. So I mean, just the tonnage wise, it's a huge fucking departure from what they were doing prior. Even up till now, they've never done anything even close to this.
And I will say,
crunchy and gross it is.
This is because of Jerry Finn. Jerry got like the kind of like the ball spiked to him a little bit on like the BCR, the Boxcar Racer album, and then Sing the Sorrow, right, with Butch Vig. Like those are the things that kind of like set the tone for this, and he brought that into Blink-182's Blink-182. They're self-entitled. He brought that kind of like somber, kind of post-hardcore aggression into slower melodies, and then we got self-entitled, and it is fucking dark. And the best way to describe this, which is, it sounds like a knock, but it's really not, but this is like the Hot Topic era of Blink.
Oh, 100%.
But like Hot Topic was legit for a long time. It was a fucking dope store for a while.
Years. Yeah.
Until it became not a dope store. But
it was because of the aesthetic of the I Miss You video. That's really what it was. And Tom had the big swooping hair, the spiked in the back with the swoop hair in the front. He had that shit. You know,
but the Hot Topic store itself was cool because it was a place for like punkers to go and meet other punkers, and they could buy their cool band tees, and nobody was in there that shouldn't be in there, and it was like it's a safe space, I guess, for this early
store. It really was like a spooky store.
Yeah, for like early 2000s, late 90s punkers. Like it was a place to go and you could be yourself.
As stupid as it was, like my mom didn't like me going into that store because she thought it was satanic and like
they had red lights instead of like normal like fluorescent lights, and it was stupid.
Oh, it's
but like on self-entitled, this deeper like subject material reflected like them finally growing up and realizing the world around them isn't just a party, and they're going through actual fucking problems, not just as bandmates but as adults. Like they were growing up and they're realizing like, holy shit, these guys never had to work, right?
Yeah,
like they were
also they all like got married. Travis to his first wife, Tom as well to his first wife. And, you know, they were all getting married. They all were having kids. I mean, Tom and Travis had their kids like right at the same time. Like right when they were making this album, they had their kids. So, I mean, it's a huge, huge transition. And then imagine going on tour. And that was a big thing as to why Tom left, was because he left on tour right when his daughter was born, and he didn't see her for like over a year, because he was touring the world, and he kind of had that like mental breakdown and left the band because he wanted to spend time with his family. So
I mean, there was a lot. It wasn't just like
yeah.
There was a lot of addiction involved, and there was a lot of animosity and
true
whatever. But like Self-Entitled is dark. Self-Entitled is fucking dark, and it's absolutely gold. This is them at their most vulnerable, except for the newest album. This is them at their most vulnerable, and I love it. It's perfect in every way.
Yeah, 100%. It's an absolute beyond banger. This is one of my favorite records ever made. I think this is one of the greatest records ever made. Up there with Korn's Korn.
Pinkerton, you're right. I get it.
Ambitexture from Mars Volta.
What?
You know, Rubber Soul.
Oh, now we're just,
from the
now
Beatles.
We're just getting crazy. Now we're just.
But seriously, like this is like
things.
this. I think, I mean, this is one of my favorite records ever made, and I think objectively too, like as a rock record, this is one of the great rock records ever made. It truly is.
I just want to lay the seeds here for what we will get into later on. It's not about like what goggles you have on or anything, but like you can hear and breathe. Let's get in my origin story, I guess, but we'll get into that later. My favorite song this week. Okay. Okay. All over the place here. I can't even fucking.
I know.
Focus.
I just want to talk about self-entitled right now.
I know. It's so goddamn good.
Go on for another hour about it.
Like Estini has always been my favorite song from this one. Not always, but it's been my favorite song from this one for a very, very, very long time. I love that song. The worst song here, I would say, is "I'm Lost Without You."
Yeah,
it's not even a bad song.
I agree with you.
It's just too long.
That's the worst song.
It's too long without anything really eventful happening. A forgotten banger for me is one that I don't even really care for that much until this week, and that's all of this. Like honestly, this should have just been the closer. It really should have. It's a pretty solid fucking song, and just like to think that these guys worked with someone whom they had loved, who they admired, what band inspired them to even play music to begin with. Like that's just cool, man. Like fanboying over your idol, like that's always rad. Like you put yourself in their shoes, and you empathize with them. That's rad. And even though I don't care for this song all that much, this is like the perfect song for Blink at this time to have Robert Smith on this track.
Agreed. And some sort. I mean, I really got 3 forgotten bangers off this one. I know it's like it's a favorite of yours. It's a favorite of a friend of the pod, Skip, but people often overlook it, and it is Asthenia. That is truly a forgotten track off this record.
So good.
And then there are 2 other ones as well. Obvious. A lot of people forget about Obvious, the second song, and Here's Your Letter. That for sure is a forgotten banger. That's the closest they came to a pop punk song on this record.
Yes.
And it's incredible. That is truly an incredible song, and I always forget about it up until this week when it came on. I'm like, God, dude, this song is.
Mark sounds so fucking good on that. There's no effects on his voice whatsoever.
Yeah, he sounds incredible on it.
And his bass tone, like when he hit like the cut the skin to the bone, like do 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 do. Like it's just it's so bouncy and fun.
And just how the song starts too. It's just that the tom hits on that Travis does too. It's so simple. It's so basic. It's so pop punk. But it's dark. It is dark. And I mean, my biggest bangers are, both in my top 3 Blink songs. It's always a Not Now. I mean, Not Now is the second best Blink song ever made, and Always is the third best Blink song ever. So yeah, those are my 2 bangers. I know Not Now is a B-side, but I don't give a fuck. That song's good. That song's good.
That's right.
It's good. We even fucking played it when you were over at my house, playing that riff.
Oh yeah, we did.
we were singing it too. It was so dumb. Just like that. So, Blink's Blink, number 1 for both of us, without a doubt. So, that's all we got for the rankings. It was a long one. Fuck, man. I think it was like an hour and a half.
Just wait. Like an hour and a half. Just you fucking wait.
Yeah, we're gonna be burning the midnight oil soon, but yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna the main episode. We're gonna get into one more time the new Blink record. Tell your friends, keep listening, and give us 5 stars. And that's it. That's all.
Let's go. Different.